Black people love Scarface. I think it's like I think Scarface is it's BS, man. It's not. When you think of a story that's not real, that story is not real.
You know what a hassa is, Woso? That's a pig. I don't fly straight. Neither do you, Woso. Welcome back to Real Black and White, part of the Co-working Universe. Please like, comment, and subscribe. I'm your host, JP. Woso Boom.
Yes, sir.
It is Black History Month and Woso's favorite time of the year. And it's turning into my favorite time of the year because I get to watch black movies that I've never seen before.
Black History Month is white propaganda.
So last year I did 4 movies, and I actually liked all of them. So we're testing that theory again this month. Going to watch 4 new, what Woso considers black movies that I have never seen before. And we're starting off with what he called the classic, New Jack City.
Hold on, time out. Why don't you tell us some so-called black movies? What is we talking about? They are black movies.
Well, I was gonna, say it was directed by Mario Van Peebles.
Yeah, that's a black dude.
Mario sounds Italian. I don't know. He's actually Mexican. I looked it up.
Yeah, but he black. His father was like a black exploitation filmmaker. I think he did the first one ever.
Yeah, this was his directorial debut, starring Wesley Snipes, Ice-T, Alan Payne, Chris Rock, and Judd Nelson. Made for $8 million. Got $48 million in the box office, which is a huge profit. So clearly, word of mouth got around, and a lot of people went and saw it. So why did you want me to watch this movie?
Couple of reasons. One, this is like the group of movies I gave you besides Boomerang are movies that's like kind of like shaped me, like shaped of my way of thinking a lot. And I think it's a classic. I think it's the black people Scarface, and I think it's better than Scarface.
Oh, that's we'll get to that later because I wrote down Scarface at some point.
Theme of the movie is really like how crack affected the neighborhood.
Yeah, it's pretty rough. So it kind of goes from they're doing cocaine at that point, right? Because it's like late 80s.
It started with cocaine, yeah.
Yeah, cocaine's still kind of rampant through New York City, and the
well, most of the movie is crack because remember he get into the Jeep at the beginning. It says, "Look," he shows them what crack.
Oh, I know.
Is.
That's what I'm saying. I'm assuming pre-crack, it was cocaine that was the main drug going around New York City. So this was revolutionary. Like this is going to be the next one, and they had the foresight to see it coming.
But that's not New York City. Oh no, you said New York City.
Where are we at?
Chicago.
Get out of here.
Oh, you ain't pay attention to the movie then.
That's not.
They bring up Capone.
Hold up. I swear there was the Twin Towers were in that opening shot.
Mm-hmm. I'm pretty sure. I watched that movie mad times. Hold on. Oh, this ain't Harlem, New York. I still don't believe that. I think it's New York City. So what? Because Chicago. Why do you bring up? See, that's why you can't trust Google.
I'm gonna revel in this one. What do you say? Oh, you didn't pay attention to the movie.
Go ahead.
Let's start off with best scenes. I wrote a few down. Just the opening shot. Just the opening shot of the helicopter going through New York City, going through the boroughs, and it just slowly keeps going to this bridge. And I'm like, I kept waiting for it to cut for something, and it just keeps going right up to this bridge. And I'm like, oh, there's 2 people there. There's a couple people there. Oh, he's hanging him off the bridge. I'm like, hey, you want a movie to get my attention? That's a great opening shot. And it's not easy to pull off, too.
And it wasn't a fake body hanging over. It was a real actor.
Exactly. I'm like, I'm staring at it. I'm like, I know there's cables or something, protecting this guy, but they hit it so well. I'm like, this dude looks like dangling. And, it's kind of morbid, but the fact that they actually let him go.
Word. That's how you set the tone of the movie right there.
Boom. Like every other movie, like you, other than The Dark Knight, or like you threaten to drop somebody, it's just, where's my money? Where's my money? And then you give them a second chance because you want your money. But no, they just like say,
Mm-hmm.
all right, let's get to the character that you hyped me about, and it wasn't even the main character. It wasn't Nino. It wasn't Wesley Snipes. No, it's Pookie, Chris Rock. Yeah, he jumps on the scene quick. He tries robbing Ice T and gets shot, and it's like, oh, where'd he go? Like he goes away for about 20 minutes, and then he comes back as a total crackhead, and you get the
I don't
whole
even think he's crackhead yet. He's basehead.
base
He's
head. That's right.
he a base. That's free basing is like that's like when you cook like you cooking on a spoon and they was doing that junk with the needles and junk. That's free basing. But
Oh,
then
he was
crack came around. Because
got
remember he was like, I heard about this crack that it gets you when he was explaining it to them after he got clean and everything.
so that was one of my scenes. Was it was shocking how much they centered on his withdrawal program, like his recovery. Like they spent a good like 5 to 8 minutes just watching him go through all the shit. I mean, up at night with the shakes and
Right.
group therapy. You know, Ice T really wanted him. I keep calling him Ice T. Got to write his character name down, but he's
I
always
call
Ice
him
T.
Ice T also.
I can't help it. It was cool seeing him get through it, and said he wanted to help take down Nino because he knows what it's like to be hooked on it, and he didn't want to see the rest of New York get hooked on it. That was pretty cool. It was a different tone. I mean, that's I guess where I was struggling a little bit. I'm like, is it like are we propping up Nino and the drug gangs and that lifestyle? Nope, shutting it right down to Pookie, who was like, nah, that this is the real nitty gritty about it.
Yeah, and that's one of the things I love about the movie is how it shows every aspect of the movie. But like a lot of black boys, they idolized Nino. Nobody wanted to be Pookie. So, and then you know what I'm saying. And then you get the cops.
I was gonna say there's got to be an in between. I don't want to be neither, right?
No, the real hero is we'll get to him while we're talking. It's the old black man.
hmm
It's the one that's trying to say we gotta get this out of our neighborhood.
I just recognized him right away, right? Like I'm like I've seen him in other movies. He's
He's
gonna
in mad
show up.
movies.
He's gonna show up again. Like he's not uber famous, but like he's in a lot of stuff. Like and then he shows up later on. Another scene I wrote down: the raid on the Carter. That was that
Oh, you
shit crazy.
skipping a lot.
I let's feel
You
free
skipping a
to
lot
feel
of
free
like
to.
the dope scenes before you even get to that raid. Like when old girl walk up on like when they with like one well it's not lines. What we ain't on lines yet, but when she walk up to him, it's sort of like rockabye baby and blow his joint. Like,
Okay, so you're talking about them taking over the Carter, like that.
they got the dude
Yeah,
walking naked right after that.
yeah, that was pretty graphic. Gunshot right to the head. Like, all right, I mean, that's how you take it over, right? And then you got the naked, yeah, you got the naked guy, them walking down the street.
Right. But go to your get to the raid of the Carter.
The raid was crazy. I mean, obviously, rest in peace, Pookie, man. He slipped up, right? He was clean and he was doing a good job for the cops, but you know, the addiction got to him. He started taking again, and he was freaking out at the job. And all of a sudden, he ripped his shirt off, and he's got the wire. It's like, oh no, oh no. So they, rush in to go get him. So it's not like a true plan to go in there, and it's hell, it's chaos, shooting, stabbings, everything.
Yep.
Innocent people getting shot. Poor Pookie, head turned backwards like The Exorcist. Rough. I was gonna say snitches get stitches, but man, traitors get their head turned around. Damn.
That- you got issues. You don't gotta say your little corny lines. Um, and then the best part is like some of the best lines come right after that.
Horny.
The some of the best lines come right to the scene that happens right after that at the table where they tell him sit your $5 ass down before I make change.
That was a
That's
good
what
scene. Yeah, yeah. That them trying to figure out what the hell happened. What are we gonna do? Yeah, I don't think I wrote down any lines from that, but just that you're right. That was a good scene. It's funny,
oh
like
man, you ain't read no lines when he stabbed him on the table, stabbed his hand, and then when he picked up his knife, he said, "I don't like your pretty ass anyway, mother."
yeah, that was Wesley. That was Wesley Snipes as Nino going for it there. And that's like he's walking up and down. making sure they all know he's the man, and what the hell are we gonna do to fix this? Get me, because I just lost a whole bunch of money. I lost my revenue, and he was pissed.
Word. He was hot.
So the next scene, you're probably gonna have to jump in because I only have one, I have one little sentence for it. The meme. I
What me?
finally know where that meme is from,
What
of
me?
Nino pointing the gun and crying.
Oh, am I my brother's keeper? Yes, I am.
Oh man, you know how many times I've seen that on the internet? I'm like, I don't know where that's from. I get it. Like, it's obviously I can do context clues, but find like once he had the hat on, I'm like, oh my god, I think this is the movie. I'm finally seeing it. And
You funny as hell.
he points the gun at him. He's crying. I'm like, oh no.
He was a drug dealer. What got him addicted to drugs? Women.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that
Women.
was fascinating.
And I
Yeah,
think that happens a lot. I don't know how women get addicted to drugs. Like, so maybe it's men, but like I know men that like they get addicted to drugs because a woman is into the drug, and maybe it's vice versa also. But like a lot of drug dealers, especially in that time, they end up becoming crackheads or drug users because they was banging the women that was doing the drugs. G Money, like that's like a perfect example. Like that movie came out in 91. I still seen that junk and I seen that movie in 2001. And all that stuff is still kind of going on while I was at that age period.
it's the ultimate peer pressure. Like when your significant other or just someone you're trying to hook up with
Yeah.
taking that drug, and that's basically their day to day goal is to just take that drug. Sooner or later, like they're going to convince you to do it, right? They're just going to say, "Yeah, come on, baby,
Mhm.
come on." And you're right. Yeah, I think male, female, maybe one way more than the other, but eventually, when you're in that world, it's hard to not try it.
I think it's more of the I say this. I think women convince the odds of a woman convincing a man is more, but I think women get forced way more than a man. Mans do it willingly to please, and women get forced sometimes, majority of the time to do it.
All right, best lines.
Oh yeah,
Got a
that's
couple.
my part.
Got a couple real good ones, like a couple life lessons, and just a couple funny ones. First one, you got to rob to get rich in the Reagan era. That was early on. That was Nino. That was fire. And we're taking
Nino
shots.
got all the lines. What you talking about? Yo, that was real.
Anytime we can take shots at Reagan too, I'm all in.
Oh, here you go, man. Oh, I already said one like "Rockabye Baby." That's like I love her voice. She talked like 5 times in the movie, and her accent is so fire to me. She made everything sound fire, and she was a gangster. Like like she was the killer of the group.
Yeah, she was about it, man. She's the one that pulled the trigger. This one made me laugh. So they're handing out turkey, probably during Thanksgiving, and Pookie like cuts the line and everything. He's like, come on, give me some food, give me some food, and he gives him like half a turkey, and he just turns around and goes, "Anyone want to buy a turkey?"
He didn't give him a half a turkey. He gave him a whole turkey.
That
You
made
ain't
me
see him
laugh.
bite it.
Yeah, I know. He bit, and then he immediately just turns around and goes, "Anyone want a turkey?" Just
Lead right into him berating the other crackhead check. I was prom queen. Oh, yo, that whole scene is crazy.
what do you say? You're a prom queen or a prom fiend, right? So I got another serious one, life lesson one. It's not a black thing. It's not a white thing. Death don't give a shit about color.
It's a death thing. That's and then it's death don't give a shit about color. You like that line? Yeah, you really
Yeah.
like that line.
I
I
mean, yeah,
felt
it's a
like
little
that
corny.
was like
It's a little
Joe
overwritten, but
Durango saying that to me. That's what I swear to God when I hear him.
yeah, it's a little overwritten, but yeah, it still hit hard.
They okay. Hold up.
Speaking of your girl, I'm pretty sure she's the one that yells this when the old pastor comes in, trying to get the kids out, and she goes, "Step off, Grandpa."
Yeah, that is her. I told you. She got like 5 lines and they on fire. Get that soap opera shit out of here.
That was good. Get that high school soap opera shit, basically. Yeah, yeah, yeah. it's such a, it's a good line, but you're also in the wrong. Like,
Dead ass, man. Oh no. When he was going in, no, when he seen her after the funeral. I mean, after was it the funeral or wedding or something, wherever he was at, and then he said, "Hey, you want to talk?" And then she just looked at him. He was like, "Oh, never mind. Fuck you then." Like,
that was at the wedding. You're right. It was just like, all right, F off.
Nino Brown is, yeah. He was like, "You still mad at me? Fuck you then." Oh yeah, and then cancel that bitch. I'll buy another one. That's the iconic line. Yo, like that's the iconic line.
That was too rough to write down.
I gambled on you and you gambled on a crackhead. Mario Van Peebles.
Director saving a good line for himself.
He wouldn't sell it to his sister or his mother, but he sell it to the people on the street.
All right, the last line I wrote down right at the end.
I want to shoot you so bad. My dick's hard.
I knew you would be that line. You funny, man. When did you realize that was the kid that Nino was the kid that killed his mother?
Oh, not till the end. It
You didn't notice that on the roof? You ain't peeping on the roof?
Nah, it's just one of those. I was into the movie, but foreshadowing about my rating. Like I was into it, but I don't think I was totally, into every moment that was, and
Yeah.
especially when they're talking about the flashbacks and everything. But no, that was a decent twist.
Yeah,
That's
because
tough.
he never said the part was because Ice-T never says his mom was a teacher. He
Mhm.
just when he told the story, I think it was telling to Pookie about a 12-year-old dust head that did it. And
Yep.
then when he said it was a teacher, I was like, that gotta be.
It was kind of the first time. It's like I know Nino is a bad guy, right? But like we've grown up, especially like the last like 15 years, about anti-heroes and how they can be fascinating to watch on movies and TV, like Breaking Bad with Walter White. And I do get caught up in watching Wesley Snipes. Like he's an entertaining actor. Even though I know he's playing a really bad guy, but his charm kind of, it clouds my mind a little bit while watching the movie. When he said that he had to shoot somebody for his gang, right? That he was trying
Yeah.
to get into.
Hmm.
Just walking up and just this teacher just blasted her. And that was the first moment I'm like, man, F this guy. Like I was legitimately upset because like I know it's a movie, but I'm like just thinking about that and doesn't
But
help that I'm
but
married to a teacher.
even though he was 12 and he an older man is telling him to do this, to
Yeah.
be
No.
part of that community, to be
Yeah.
part of that family, that gang is
Yeah.
that family because he don't have a family, and that's the story of this. That's why you hear me like how I talk about black and non-blacks the way I do. It's like stories like New Jack City.
But like, why was it specific that? Because they're like, yeah, most gangs just have you shoot your rival. That doesn't mean anything. Go shoot a random person. Like
They shoot a
what?
random person because it's easy to kill somebody you. It's easy to point a gun at somebody you hate. If you really down kill somebody you don't know.
But
That's the
I
dumbest thing
know
ever.
what gang just wants to randomly kill people. Don't they have a purpose? Like,
Or if you watch FBI files, it's a lot of scum in this world,
ugh,
especially those biker. Like if you biker gangs are crazy. It's a lot of this stuff go on. Like even with Pookie getting fresh out of rehab and becoming an informant. Watch
mhm,
FBI files or any crime junk. They do stuff like that to people. Like they put him right back in where he could fail. Like because they
yeah,
don't like they act like they cared about him through that movie, and everybody was sad when he died. But y'all truly didn't care about him. Y'all used that man. If y'all cared
no,
about him, you would kept him away from that.
it's like less than a human life. It's like, man, this guy's just a druggie. Even though he got through it, it's like, nah, we're just using him. You're right.
Yeah, both sides. Just use them up, and just when it's done, it's done.
Okay, so this is actually normally one of my favorite categories that we do because like the last like 15 years I've realized how important music is to movies. Whether it's the score, I prefer scores, but man, there's still some great scenes where there's just the perfect song to the perfect time. But on this one, Moso, I'm gonna need your help because I don't recognize any of these songs. Best needle drop, and it's when does the song come in at the right time, the perfect song at the right time. My issue is I didn't know any of these songs, so I couldn't come up with one. So I'm gonna need your help on this one.
It's funny. I don't know the songs either. I don't know the songs, but I know it's an iconic soundtrack. But I think the best needle drop comes in the beginning, right after the bridge, when it comes on right then. For the
So
love of
is it
money, that song when it pops up every time it comes on in the movie, it's like when they start taking over the Carter, it
mm,
pops up again. Like, but when it first comes on after the bridge, after he goes splat,
weren't they doing an acapella around like a burning
yes, of the same song.
fire? Yeah, I'm like, all right.
That song was throughout the whole movie.
Yeah, yeah, no, I know. It's just it made me laugh. I'm like, all right, we're getting out of the weeds here. I don't need these guys singing this song to me.
But they used to do that back in New York City around the little fires back in the day.
Hmm.
It's like
I,
Raphael with
I
his
think they
guitar.
I think they still do that.
Oh, that's a
Thunder
fact.
Bridges. All right, best cinematography shot. This one's on me. I got G Money smoking crack for the first time through the through the fish tank. Like it looked really good. Like it was just a good shot. It was like kind of like rolling in,
Yeah.
and you see him like kind of yeah, let me give this a try for the first time. It just looked really good. That was a good shot.
I kind of like the you talked about we talked about a lot the bridge. I love that shot
Yeah,
because like it was a
that's the
real
only
person.
reason. You're right. That's the only reason I didn't have it because I knew I was going to talk about it early on. But
Yeah,
having that helicopter come in for about 30 seconds and just slowly but steadily, like obviously you know a helicopter, it's on a helicopter, but
yeah.
for 91, it's really good. And for that low budget and to hold it steady there, and while they're holding, I'm like, yeah, that's damn good job. Do you have a best swear word or phrase?
Anything Nino say,
Yeah, pretty
that's
much.
my guy, man. Not my guy, but that's a great character, man. He's scum. Because when he picked up the baby to hold him as a shield when the mafia was shooting, that dude was scum, bro. He was dumb scum. I'm letting you know. I'm with. He's a scumbag.
Yeah, that one. So we talk about him talking about shooting the teacher. That took it to another level. Like, man, you're not man enough to just like grabbing a child. Like I thought he was gonna grab her and then run with her. No, he turns around and holds her up. Like, man, get
But
the F
why
out of
I
here.
the reason why I appreciate it, appreciate stuff in this movie, it's like that's the truth about these bad guys that's perceived as good guys. The ones that give out turkey, that give out like the ones like in the neighborhood that give out book bags when it's back to school time. Like they're messing up the neighborhood and they don't care about none of these kids at all.
Watching a bunch of school kids like reciting, you know, just about doing your homework, being a good kid and everything. And that's kind of the other side of it. Like, man, we're trying to keep these kids away from the stuff that Nino's doing.
There was scenes of kids a lot in that movie.
Hmm.
It's basically showing like it's affected them. And throughout that whole movie, it shows parts of kids. It's like even like the plastic baggie in the swimming pool. They show even with him on the court, which was one of the dope scenes. I don't like if you've seen him on the court as it was showing as it was rising, and it say
Yep.
crack kills as the crack lord is right there. That's what happens. They be on the basketball courts taking over where kids supposed to play at.
Even that scene that I was talking about at the schoolyard, he looks down and he sees all the little empty containers of crack for the base, and
Hmm.
they're just, like in a puddle and everything. He's just
Yep.
they're right in the schoolyard.
Yep.
So eventually, a percentage of these kids are gonna end up doing
And
that. Wasn't there a scene in the Carter where like a mom was doing it and her kid was right next to her?
yeah, she was like, yeah, she was arguing about it, and she had the baby in her hand.
Ugh.
Like it was a lot of that junk. And it's so real life.
Awkward transition. Rate the nude scene.
Which one you talk about?
I,
When they in the
I'm
car,
not.
I appreciate them added this. This is another thing where appreciate them adding men in there when the girls was naked, cooking. I mean, counting the product.
Mhm.
Usually, it's always you just see chicks with titties. They had men in there too. Like, oh y'all.
Down to their drawer. Yep. No, I wouldn't like that. That does nothing. I'm talking about the girl laying on top of Nino as the camera's coming up, and the sheet is just over her ass crack. You know what I
When you
mean? It's
talk
just
about Uniqua,
yeah, she is unique.
and she answered the phone. Yo,
Never, never. Well, I mean, he's running a business. Wait, did she answer or he answered?
no, she answered the phone, and that's how G
Oh
Money
yeah,
knew that he was messing with her.
that's right. That's right. And
And then
called
he
it wrong.
trying to act like G Money wrong. See, and that's
But I'll give a 6 out of 10 for that scene. It was decent. I actually was expecting way more for a gangster rated R movie. All right, time to point out a couple flaws in the movie. Gonna knit some picks here. How does Pookie have a crazy expensive casket?
what's go. Oh,
That was a nice ass casket.
that was nice ass casting for a crackhead. But you never know. Like you see, okay. Well, hold on. You might say it's a flaw. I know mad people in the hood. They live like shit, but they get buried like kings. Look at you. You came out with your water.
That's a great line.
I'm dead serious though. Horse and carriage walking down the street with the man. You okay? Okay. You think I'm lying? We're gonna ask somebody tomorrow.
I'm saving all my money for my funeral, man. I'm gonna be looking
Yep.
fire.
They go out nice.
All right, so let's talk about the Italian hitman at the wedding. Let's talk about the Italian hitman at the wedding. I wrote down that they're worse shooters than Star Wars stormtroopers.
Nah, forget them being worse shooters. Everybody in that scene was worse shooters. Because how 2 dudes didn't die. Like, what are we talking about? They killed somebody at least. They took her out.
They all had automatic weapons, Uzis, everything, and they're pretty close to each other. And you got Nino just running in the open. I mean, after he dropped the girl, it's like, all right, come on, man.
Because, okay, in fairness, when you get in, like, they're not military guys. So street shootouts are different than military shootouts. Getting shot at while trying to shoot, you ain't aiming pretty good. I'm just mad that none of the Italians died. Like they both got back in the truck and left. Like how nobody hit them.
So speaking of the Italian, I'm not done with them. So they just sent out a hit, and they're kind of talking to Nino over the phone, saying, basically we're at war. We're at war. So what do? The Italian mob boss and about 10 of his henchmen are sitting out in the open, eating their gabagool, and they all just get mowed down by one shooter. Talk about sitting ducks, shooting fish in a barrel.
Okay, you seem like you make me defend all the flaws you put it down. But
okay,
they didn't.
I'm not trying to shit on your movie. I'm
no. That's why it's funny because you're not, and you got the right questions.
Yeah, I'm not
because the questions I asked.
Flaw was too strong, and I'm not even saying plot holes either. It's just like little things that I noticed. I'm like, but they're not even this movie. It's most movie tropes. Like it's not. This is not specific to New Jack City.
No, only reason why I say because I will agree with you. Like I think if this is a regular Italian movie, like if the Italians was after him, they not sitting out there. They showed you throughout the whole movie of what they thought of them, them black drug dealers. They didn't care about nothing that they did at all. They didn't believe that they would even try them on that level. You know what I'm saying? They was mad about the ponytail thing.
I was waiting for that. Yeah, that's even after he took the ponytail.
So I think like you right. If this was like a Italian mob movie, because I think they'd be on their P's and Q's if it was somebody else over there trying to get them. But I think they didn't give they didn't give a fuck about none of that black shit. Yo, you made me think about it when they brought him. He brought him. Was it like a noose? The doll.
Yeah, that was wild. Man. In his own place.
That's how they don't respect him. Like, you know what I'm saying? No matter how big Nino thought he was not them.
No, because they're new. Like Italians have been running New York City for 80 years by then.
No, they ain't new. They're another N word.
Neighbor?
Go on.
All right, so let's talk about the one white guy in this movie, Peretti. Why was he basically in blackface for the last bus at the warehouse?
That was blackface.
It pretty much was. Like,
it was like it pretty much was. Like it's blending in.
Why was he dirty? he was in the car. It's not like he was in the the swamp or something, or in the sewers, or like underground, like, you know, with the dust. He was in the car. Why was his face so black?
I didn't know when you talk about people to replace either him or Ice T.
Oh, we're getting there. Getting there.
It's either him or Ice T, and like it's mostly him. Like, well, he was not necessary, bro. You know how I say, the girl Keisha had limited lines, but
Mhm.
she like rockabye baby, grandpa. His lines was unnecessary sometimes, except for the one. It's a black thing. That had me crying.
It was just a cliched role. He's not overtly racist, but it's clearly like they got problems with each other, and then they eventually come together. Like, it's cliched as hell.
Yeah.
We'll get to him really soon. But I got one more. Uh, this isn't a nitpick. This is one of those, like, what's aged the worst. Like, I get, you know, you appreciate me watching these older movies because I put myself in that time, and I don't hate on certain things, especially movies with low budget. But man, Nino shooting G Money in the head was horrible.
Yes.
It's like it was its last day, and they had ran out of all their money, and they're like, man, we gotta, maybe they wrote this in, they wasn't the planned. But I watched that 3 different times, and I'm like, that's
See, this is
tough,
for
tough
you.
special effect stuff. When
When
you get
you
shot in
think
the
of
head,
plot holes
go,
and
you
flaws,
go back, you're done. You don't react to getting shot in the head. Like, there's no reaction. And he's like, "Ah!"
see, this is where I thought you was going with plot holes and junk. Because it's like, how can you have that great bridge scene and then have
Yep.
this bad shooting scene? And it's a
Oh.
couple of them, bro. It's a couple of them. Like, like I, well, this okay. You appreciate the times because like we laugh about like the scene like him like in the office like in the police department in the beginning.
Yep.
Mario Van
Yep.
Peebles coming in trying to get the rough agents. You laugh at junk like right now. You're still trying to make that movie, but at that time, that was that kind of movie to make. You right about that shot, that gunshot.
This moment, right? This is like, you got the tears, you got everything, and it's just it's not well done. Like, it's one of those things, like, less is more. You don't even have to show them, right? Like,
Nope. You could just see him fall.
Have a shot that's a little medium range, right back, and just you see the little spark of the gun, the flash, and then it goes down. That's all you need, and it's
Mhm.
just, it was too much. You didn't need that close up, because then it just looks bad.
Yep. I 100% agree.
All right, let's get to our boy Judd Nelson. We just talked about him. Peretti. This is under our category replace actor to improve movie, and he's the first. And you said Ice-T. Yeah, Ice-T.
I said more. I don't know if it was like I don't like Ice-T ain't too bad. Like I'm not gonna get at him too much because
Yeah.
oh boy was worse.
Yeah, and it's funny. Like, I'm so used to Ice-T in SBU, and he just looks so much younger in this that it's fun. He's playing a cop, right? So I'm comparing the two, and it just seems like, man, he's such a better actor in SVU than
I don't
this.
respect his list.
It's tough, right?
I
Yeah.
I can't take him serious. Like even surviving the game, he ain't talked that much in surviving the game, so that movie was like pretty good. Like like when he talks, it's like I can't take him serious. It's like that list is annoying to me. Like
hmm
SVU is perfect for him. Like, cause it's like you're a gay cop, even though he's not a gay cop in the movie. But
So Judd Nelson. Judd Nelson, I know as the badass from The Breakfast Club. You ever watch that?
no, I know what you're talking about.
Okay, that one's gonna be on the white list. Breakfast Club, all time great movie, and yeah, he's the major a hole punk in there. He's also like 32, trying to play a high schooler in there. So, but that's really like, after that movie, he kind of flamed out. Like, he couldn't do it. Like, he tried other roles, and it just, none of it was good. So seeing him in this was like earth shattering to me, because I've literally never seen him in any other movie. This is probably his only other big role that he got, and it's not a big role, but it's a, cult classic.
Like you said, Big Ro is crazy.
Yeah, it's not. I mean, just the fact that I saw him in something, I'm like, wow, all right, good to know he was still alive at that point.
You call it Blacks the Colt. You call him Blacks or Colt. That's a black classic. It's in a Colt classic.
Black
So it's
classic.
like,
My bad.
it's like what's up with you?
It just, in Breakfast Club, he's got the long dangly bangs and the hair and the jean jacket and everything. It's just he's so different in this,
Mm.
and he's just terrible. It's terrible. Like it's terribly written. It's terribly acted. Some like you're laughing at it, not with it. I thought of an actor. You might have to look him up to recognize him, but I can give you a couple movies. I looked up like who was I looked up actors in 1991. Obviously, he can't be a big white actor. I'm not going to say Leo or something like that. But John Toretto was just a little younger. He's the guy from Transformers, the secret agent
What's his
in
last
there.
name?
Toretto. Sorry, John Turturro. I said Toretto. Fast and Furious, man. My bad. He's in The Big Lebowski.
Oh yeah, I know him.
He's not a big actor, but he's a character actor. And I think he could play a good side cop, and he'd be a little more funnier, a little more edgier. I just think he'd be a good.
No, I'm with you. He in Jungle Fever, and he in Batman. He's Falcone in Batman.
There you go.
Yeah.
He's a scene stealer, and he's awesome in Transformers.
Oh, that's why I know him from the Transformers. He the crazy one. He the crazy guy.
Well, he's the head of the Sector 7 or something like that. I'm trying to remember. There is no Sector 7. Like we're it, kid.
When I'm saying the crazy one, it's mostly based on part 2, maybe.
Yeah, he does. Yes, he kind of loses it. All right, let's finally get to our 5-star rating. I feel like Wilson should go first. This was his movie. I'll save my first ever watch rating for the end. So, what do you give this out of 5?
Oh, 5 is perfect, so it's not a perfect movie. I'm giving it. I'm biased towards this movie, man. I'm giving this a 4, and I'm giving it a 4 is because I love the messaging from this scene. Like, and that's why that shot scene is so disappointing. Like when you bring it up, and I laugh. I love the image of him. Oh boy, snitching on them all at the end. Like so, 4. I give it a 4.
So I gave it a 2.5. Now, don't hate me. Don't hate me.
I knew you would.
So I wrote down it's the rise and fall story in 1 hour and 40 minutes, and it just felt rushed. It's a lot like for him to go from they don't necessarily see him as a bottom feeder. The first time we see him, he's got
he already got
he's got a crew. He's got a crew. He's got clothes. Like so, he's it's just from there to the top, and then the fall. And you think of like we talked about Scarface. It's an easy one to compare to. But like I thought of American Gangster, which we don't love, but those are longer movies because you really flesh out the character. And I felt like at points, maybe that's what's different about this movie is because you got the cops on the other side. I kind of wanted this to be the Nino movie. I wanted more of him. I wanted his story because every scene with Wesley Snipes I thought was awesome. I thought he's really good in this. But we get the cops, we get the rest of the crew, they get their own time. So in 1 hour and 40, it's rushed. Like I did want more.
Why I appreciate this one better than Scarface? Because like American Gangster, I don't. American Gangster is good. It's like I think because Denzel still like there's a lot of good actors in American Gangster. Is I think bigger budgets, whatever.
American Gangsters are good scenes. It's just a rough, long movie.
Scarface, like it don't deal with no cop, but like that on any drug movie when you don't like I can't appreciate a drug movie without cops because now you posting up drug dealers. Like Breaking Bad, cops, Ozark, cops. Like no matter how much the anti-hero good or bad doing, you gotta have the good guys. You know what I'm saying? And it may seem like he was the good guy. This one, he's already on top, so you don't need to show the backstory. And then a lot of the like you kind of right with it was quick because I wish they would show more of him, but they showed your boy Pookie in rehab.
Yeah, that's 10 to 15 minutes of a short movie. Yep.
But I think that was important.
Oh yeah, no, I said I like that scene. That's why I wrote it down. I'm like that. It's a quick step back of like the real life ramifications of this drug. My retaliation to the Scarface thing is they literally show Scarface scenes in this movie.
What you mean?
They show Tony Montana. They show him twice. They show the scene. They say hello to my little friend. So
yeah.
they're literally showing Scarface scenes. So it's just one of those. I like this movie, but damn, I want to go watch Scarface now.
No, it's because like even if you watch Paid in Full, like if you ever watch Paid in Full, Scarface is in there too, because the early '80s, like the drug dealers that shaped the '90s and 2000s of the black community, idolize Tony Montana, and that's why I'm saying no cops are in there, bro. Like he's the good guy and the bad guy at the same time. Ain't no anti-hero. He's the good guy. If you think about Scarface, who's the good guy?
I'm starting to realize you're the only black person in the world that doesn't like Scarface.
That's a dead. You right. I'm dead serious. Scarface is a black classic, like not just a cult classic. Black people love Scarface. I think it's like I think Scarface is it's BS, man. It's not. When you think of a story that's not real, that story is not real. No parts of it. Get out of here, bro. Get out of here. You can say I'm hating if you want to. I don't care. But then you got a white man playing a Latino. That is nuts.
You know what a hassa is, Woso? That's a pig. I don't fly straight. Neither do you, Woso.